Hello family, friends, and YouTube. Today is March 11th, or tonight is March 11th, and Snowee has 4,110 miles on her. And for those of you that watched yesterday, you know I did a thing on my camera positioning, and I did a daytime ride, and this is basically a follow-up. Although this is not the first time I've ridden Snowee at night, this is the first motovlog I have done at night. And I'm going to be testing out the camera system and to see what the settings are for me with this new 3-camera system and the night. GoPros are not known to do good at night, in the dark, low light. So as it is right now, we're in one of the darker areas on 101st Parkway in Clarksville, Tennessee, and we're getting ready to go what I refer to as the gauntlet. For those of you who've traveled Clarksville, you know that if you come down in exit 4 and you go past the mall and all that, that is a very busy stretch, and it is well lit up. So I want to see what that's going to look like with this new camera system. I also want to let everybody know that just found out today in a video that Max McAllister will be at Southern Honda Powersports on the 29th of this month, 29th of March. You will be going to Southern Honda Powersports as well as a vendor. So those of you that want to meet Max McAllister as well, him, Cruiseman will be out there. Of course, Snowee and I will be there, and many other people. So come on out to that event. But this being the first dark ride, I waited until it got really dark, and I don't believe there's a moon. I don't believe we have much moonlight out here. I don't see it lit up. So this will be a good example of how good or bad GoPros are in low light situations. Now I did some adjusting. I did some configurations to help compensate for this, and I got the information from a coal miner who used the GoPro in low light situation, said this would be the best settings. So we'll actually see what it looks like. Now again, I have no street lights out here really, other than that one right there. This is dark. So how is this going to look traveling? You see I have 3 cameras. If you watch my video from yesterday, you'll see I have 3 cameras. I have the camera on my helmet, which is camera 1. I have the camera to the left over here on the left side of the motorcycle, which is camera 2. It points straight ahead. Then camera 3 over here on the handlebars, it points at me to break up the monotony, break up the views. So now we're getting off here on Wilma Rudolph, and this usually has a motorcycle wreck out this way once every 2 weeks. I don't intend to be that one, so excuse me but I ride offensively. People say, oh, you got a defensively drive. When you're on a motorcycle, you got to play defense. I play offense. I put myself in the positions I want to be in. I don't wait for somebody else. So anyway, I chose not to do this on a weekend, Friday night or a Saturday night, because it would be jam-packed out here. And I waited till a little bit after, so it's 8:35 now, so it shouldn't be that heavy on a weekday. But again, now we have some lights, seeing how this GoPro is going to pick up, see how camera 3 is doing. This is the one that shows back at me. But gas prices are dropping. I don't know why. I'm not going to get into that with people. But again, I'm out here just to do a little bit of a night ride to see what the camera settings, if they are what the recommendations are. Now, I know my daytime settings for the cameras are fine. I know my interview settings for the camera are fine. I just got to get the nighttime dialed in right. Low light. I don't expect to have much of anything when it's no lights whatsoever, no illumination whatsoever. But I need a little bit of light. For those wondering, you can see down here that those lower cow lights, they put out some light. They light up the lower ground. And there's the mall area. And yes, normally this is a lot of traffic. There's not too much out here tonight. I think it's a Tuesday night. So this looks good. So we're just gonna watch for cars. And the bad part about a well-lit area when watching for cars is you watch for the cars that are accidentally forgot to turn their headlights on. You see that a lot in areas that are well lit up. People will forget to turn their headlights on, and that's why I try to tell people, but I'm not telling anybody how to ride, but I just try to tell people, you don't look for headlights at nighttime. You're looking for cars. You're looking for cars that forgot to turn their headlights on. So I have one particular setting I just set this to, and in a moment I'm going to go up here and go back the other way after I change some settings to see if there's any difference in all three cameras. But this was the gauntlet that we refer to. Again, about every 2 weeks there's a motorcycle crash on that little strip that we just ran, and you see this car pulling out. But I'm going to turn into this gas station. I'm going to adjust these settings on the camera and then go back and run that same direction again to see if you notice any real difference. Again, this was nothing major, just a nice little night ride. And the reason I'm going to run the same route is because I want to be able to use the exact same lighting situation. So I will cut away from right here and fix my cameras. So as I adjust the camera settings to one, I have to change one setting on each of the cameras real quick, and then we will start right back up. So I'll be right back. We are back. Put my gloves on. We have changed the setting. I'm afraid this setting is going to probably give me more of a black and white look, but let's get it going. Let's see what this does. And we're going to run the exact same strip so that we can see if there's going to be a difference. Bring the windshield down a bit. All right. Okay, of course right here I would switch back to me on camera 3. And it's just crazy how people ride at night. How night and day is totally different riding. In day you can see farther. Night you can't see that well. There's a headlight right in front of us. That's not a motorcycle, that's a car with one light out. But as you can see, this is another low light adjustment, and I think this one probably much better, but I don't think it is as vivid in color. I think it captures the night, but I don't think it... Again, I'm still experimenting. For those of you new to this channel, I have 7 or 6 different categories of content that I make. Motovlog, which is what this is, just happens to be one of them. And I'm still experimenting with camera adjustments, equipment, things like that to make this process easier. In case you're wondering, no, I do not monetize on YouTube at the moment. I don't have a desire to do any kind of little money from YouTube. I like to, when I say something about a product or anything like that, I like for it to be an honest review, and I don't want to be beholden to anybody. I'm still having a hard time. Now, I have done all the process, but I refuse to give YouTube my bank account information or anything to transfer funds. So as it stands right now, I'm not interested. Yeah, I see the funds slowly building up. Of course, it takes forever for you to, you ain't never gonna get rich doing YouTube, but I don't think I want their money. That's just a personal preference. Again, one of the first things that people get threatened with, those that have YouTube channels, is cross the line one time and then they threaten to demonetize you. You know, well, I'm not monetized anyway, so what are you going to demonetize? And I don't say anything or do anything inappropriate on YouTube. I don't have to worry about me doing copyright. Don't have to worry about me on the language area. But some people do it as a business, and I get that. Some people have large channels, and they have a lot of subscribers. You'll never hear me ask for a subscriber. I'll ask you to subscribe to Cruiseman's channel or some of the other people that I follow, but you won't hear me ask you to subscribe to my channel. I want you to do that because you want to. If you don't, I'm not doing this as a business. Tonight, I'm just getting out here to see what I can do with these cameras, these GoPro 12s. I understand that there are a couple other cameras that do much better in low light, but I mean, I'm sitting on 3 GoPro 12s, so you're gonna have to be more than just good at low light for me to cash in on all the GoPros I've bought, GoPro 12s. Yes, all 3 of these ones on the 2 on the front and 1 on the helmet are all 12s. I didn't see a need to go to 13 because I haven't seen anything majorly improved on it. But right now, this ride here is about looking at low light and sharing with some of my other vloggers on YouTube that follow the channel. I promised you guys that I would get out and do a night ride. I was going to do it last night, changed my mind. So here's the night ride, and this is about the end of the well lit up area. And then once we get up here and we get on to 101st Parkway, that should be very little light, and it'll take us back to the gas station, and we'll see how that goes. But anyway, let's briefly bring up again the event on March 29th that is occurring in Chattanooga, basically East Ridge, Tennessee, which is next to Chattanooga. And you have a lot of vendors that will be there. Cruiseman, he will be there. Found out today that Max McAllister from Traction Dynamics will be there in person. You know, come out and get pictures with them. You know, they're all nice guys. You know, they'll talk to you. Come on out there. Don't ask Max, you know, how to put something on the bike. Don't ask him how to install something, because if you don't know how to install something, he's gonna tell you. Well, you don't need to be buying no products, but that's just his style. But come out and see Cruise Man. You can meet me, even though I'm nobody, but you can come out and meet me. I'll have a shirt on that says GoRyderone. Actually says GR1, and then below that it says GoRyderone. But I'll have a t-shirt on, or my shirt on, so if you want to come out and take a picture with Snowee, I'll put you in a YouTube video. Again, I'm not famous, but I don't need to be. I know the people that are. So now we're about to go through the dark part again. And then this dip right here, for some reason that Clarksville doesn't fix. It's right at the end of this bridge. It will dip really hard. Right there we go. That is going to tear some cars up, but it's been like that, folks, for a couple of years now, and they have done nothing about it. Nothing. Let me get the wind out a little bit. There we go. All right, you see we're in the dark area, and this is the lighting that the coal miner said that you can get the best. Now I can see from my headlights of the bike. I switch over here to camera 2. Yeah, you could probably see pretty good because you got the headlights. But you switch over to me on camera 3, that whole sky behind me and everything is black, so you probably could barely even pick me out. Maybe some of these gas station lights right here will let you see me. If not, we'll just switch on back to camera 1. And again, folks, this is not a traditional motovlog, but this is a motovlog nonetheless. Me explaining how my camera systems work, because yesterday I started off the process trying to test out the daytime camera system, got that dialed in. Now I'm trying to dial in the nighttime system so that when a thought pops in my head, I can just jump on Snowee and take off riding, and it doesn't matter if it's day or night. See, now I'm going to use the camera to flip back at me, and again it'll be a dark because there's not much light back behind here. So right now we're looking through camera 3, and we're at a red light, so that's the camera you want to see. So you can see the person open the visor, close it. You know, I'm not showing the camera. I'm pretty sure that this is footage here, because of the setting that it's on, that it's going to almost look black and white. It's probably not going to reveal the colors as well, but we'll turn around here to the gas station, and this is going to have to conclude. Of course, I got a loud car in front of me. I'll just bring the video to a wrap right here. Thank you for watching the channel. For those of you that subscribe, and there's been several of you lately, please understand this is not, I got 6 different types of content, so when you look at the intro screen, you'll know what the content is. I appreciate everybody that does subscribe to the channel. I just don't want to scare you off with this one video that I'm doing camera tests on. But until next time, just live your life.